Hey everybody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. My self-confidence at an all-time low after basically every elite in this game crushing me. We've been doing okay as the defect. The last one, I think we died before our prime on the last one. I do kind of like the idea of enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Just because, again, it basically means we get 3 free potions, cards, a little bit of gold, not very much. We get a chance to build something substantially stronger than the starting deck early. And you know, I think a cold snap works here. We don't have to take a card from every situation, but it could be advisable. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, I know we've evaporated all of the usefulness early on of what we got. I would do it again in a heartbeat, no joke. Alright, well, we're gonna take 10 damage. That's kind of the reason that we take self-repair, is so that we can deal with that and, you know, not be super despondent about it. I don't really care if this guy escapes, mostly because he's going to escape. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about it. Just make sure that we kill this guy, and then, you know, to be at 57 HP is not the worst thing in the world. Goodbye, my thieving friend. I'm still very happy with where we're at. Did he have to BM Mega Crit? Does he have to say thanks for the money? Rebound is a headbutt, but better. That's my controversial opinion. It's so slow, but it also blocks everything. Now we're weak for the rest of my life, but please just kill one. Okay. How much damage are you doing? Oh my word. 21. Well, I'm not going to get to, like, 21 block. Okay, we take that out. At least we were only taking 6. I just want to burn off the weakness so we can kill this guy in one hit. But it doesn't seem like that's likely to happen. Could next turn now. Okay, never mind. We are rendered weak yet again. One of these enemies is dead. I'll go a step further. They're dead as heck. I don't know why in my head I was like, well, then we'll dual cast after that and the other louse will be dead. Not true. Not true at all. 58 HP fairy in a bottle. Do we need anything here? Yes. Rebound and claw will work well together. Okay, so step 1, 58 HP. What do you do here? That's an upgrade as far as I'm concerned. And anything that channels more or a free zap or even self-repair being slightly better I think is fine. This deck is a little thick. I would be the first person to tell you that. I think you have to smack. We're not really building a strong lightning deck right now. Probably do not play a defend. This is not how we would have envisioned this going right off the bat. Thanks, I hate it. I actually don't mind it because it's 6 passive block per turn. But we did bring a Glacier around for possibly no reason, but the block out of it is going to be very nice. Even when he's attacking for 30, we're only taking 7. This time, I think we'll slow down and not do an attack, or sorry, not do a skill. But I would really like to kill this guy. 6 plus 6, it will not get him. So this time, we'll definitely do that. We're taking another 15 damage in the process. Not my favorite fight against this guy, but we did make it happen. Gremlin Horn, reasonably useful. A second self-repair is too far. Oh, I would love that electrodynamics. Well, let's look at our deck so far. What's our win condition? We don't have one, but one of them is Claw coming around as many times as possible. If we're banking on Claw coming around as many times as possible, let's remove a strike so we draw it a little faster. And then, I actually think a beam cell works really nicely here as well. And I do look at a charge battery as a reasonable option, but let's slow down for now. Peace pipe, huh? I will remove another basic strike. Get this deck back down a little bit. I do think a rest is necessary. I would prefer not to. We can do 12 damage. Yeah, we find an enemy that's hitting us for 6. Gremlin Horn gives us the draw into the claw. The extra energy out of that is so useful. Let's put you in strike range. Certainly a Glacier. So it's 11 block. You know, I do want to play self-repair, but I think this means we take no damage. We are going to be weakened. Of course. You have to check. Well, maybe we'd... No, we'd rather zap twice. Just to... Especially with us being weak. Put you into a little bit more reasonable range. 10. We're taking 7 damage. Self-repair can overcome that, but we'd really like to get these guys killed ASAP. 4 damage. Perfect. We'd really like to draw self-repair. We're just trying not to kill this guy before we can draw self-repair. There it is. Alright. We're gonna be at 49 HP. Still, like, I would say pretty much predominantly in need of a rest. I do see Blizzard as an option. I do see Barrage as an option, really. Please, no more. I beg you, good sir. Some block would be very nice here. I hate this fight. I actually, like, capital H hate this fight. 4-letter word. Status effects, annoying, makes all the enemies stronger. Just terrible. Let's dual cast and hope for a good roll. I would describe that as a good roll. Following that, I mean, we have 15 damage coming out. Glacier will handle that. And then, with us being weak, I would probably look to a self-repair as our highest value play. Losing that lightning orb, though, it's going to take a long time to get back around there. So we got another 15 damage coming out. Thank you, Gremlin Horn. Now we got 5 damage coming out, so it's already handled. Alright, we're going to make it through this just fine. Let me see our boss. I don't think we're particularly well equipped for this boss. But I'm just trying to figure out, you know, do I need to... 7 damage, we're good. Do I need to rest? Do I need to upgrade? Do I need to remove, you know? We have that opportunity with every single... I think a second claw is absolutely fine here. And actually, just taking a claw makes me think that, like, probably our actual best play is taking as many claws as possible. I gotta think about this. 9 damage will take you down to 34. You know what? Let's do it. That way, you're splitting with a lot of HP, which is obviously bad. Alternatively, or if you know, if you want to think on the bright side, I should say, we don't get the status effect that he's going to give us right off the get-go, so I consider that pretty solid. We could use some form of crowd control, like a sweeping beam, but... that was maybe not my best move in that situation. Personally, I think right now, you know, I look at this deck and I think the best option for us... 7, 6... With Gremlin Horn, we can do this. I think that the best option for us is, like, to make the thinnest deck possible that also still has some blocks in it, so your claws can get back around and start becoming, like, really, really good. Now, I do think a sweeping beam is relevant, so I'm actually going to remove a basic strike. And we'll see if my newfound... We gotta try it. If my newfound, you know, devotion to the single archetype of a thin deck has any potential power for us. I think we're gonna make it here. We're going to get this guy to flip, which is kind of a big surprise. As useful as Zap is, I'm going to play Self-Repair. Basically, it's a curse that we're exhausting, more or less. I do feel we have to play our claws as soon as possible. I will actually play this for like long-term benefit as well, getting that extra orb out there, but I recognize the badness early. I still think you play the claws. I recognize we're going to get hit quite a lot here. But having those claws get out there as early as possible, I think, is extremely important. Like, the claws doing 11 damage is highly great. It's still going to take a while. Like, this guy, we got to do 19 damage to him on this turn. Not drawing a claw means it's highly unlikely that that'll happen. Instead, we're going to take 10 damage. It's getting a little bit dangerous. I think we should be fine. In this situation, I don't think we need to bring the claws back, just because we're getting a little precious with our relevant amount of HP here. Glacier's always nice, and we can afford to, like, do that. We'll probably dual cast you as well. Why not? We want more Frost Orbs so we can do the damage. I mean, in the end, we got to make sure this guy dies, right? This is going to be a little closer than I thought it would be. Yeah, he's probably going to get one more major hit in. We're not going to hit him for 40 here. Well, you know, surprising as it might be, we did hit him for 40. And basically the reason we were able to do that is because of clutch drawing 2 of the claws. And that was, dare I say, in, you know, the interest of I told us so. We got him. That was basically my game plan, was to play those claws early and have it benefit us later. So I do think you take Echo Form, you play a claw first, they ramp twice as fast. We don't care about orb slot. I know we've been taking Empty Cage probably too much by most people's standards. But look, this is a thin deck. We have 15 cards. Only 3 of them, well, 4 of them. Well, actually 6 of them are cards we started with. Forgot about the curse and also the zap and the dual cast, but still. I mean, turn 1, you really, really want to play Echo Form. And as bad as it might seem, /B, we can get a doubled efficacy self-repair. As much as this pains me, I really enjoy not taking damage, so we'll make that our predominant priority. Kind of the same boat here. Already taking no damage. What comes next? A zap. Why not a self-repair? Because I want to... Oh, the frailty, dude. I want to make sure that self-repair gets played as a double, if possible. So we're at 19 block. Okay. That's more than we need. Hit him again. Take that armor down. Game plans come under fruition so far. You could double up on the claw, and it's pretty good. I'm just trying to see, can we get to enough block? Absolutely. So we'll self-repair. No, we can't get to enough block because of our frailty. It's fine. We'll still do what we were gonna do. We're only taking 4 damage. So again, be smart. What comes first here? I mean, a Glacier does some pretty good work. So does a Beam Cell, though. Yeah, actually, I kind of like the doubled up vulnerability from the Beam Cell. We'll see if we can draw a Claw. I kind of see Claw like Baby Rampage. I'm going to take a chance. Totally worked. Get rid of Fairy in a jar, even though it scares me. There's a temptation, but I think we'll skip it for now. We know what we want in this deck. All for one it would be a very important pickup. Actually, Scrape really, really helps us get to those claws as quickly as possible as well. I think we can afford to take that. Let's see if we can take one out here. Claws, please. Yo! Such a surprising draw. Okay, thin deck. Play as many claws as possible, as fast as possible. Probably have a decent chance to win the run. This is a weird one. Hear me out here. Rebound. Sweeping Beam. You really wanted to draw some attack on that one to take 15 damage off the field. Oh, well. Oh my god, it is going to take the damage off the field. We're still going to take 4. But that's about as good as it gets. You know that a self-repair is coming, by the way. So, like, I'm not sure whether you should consider that a good thing or a bad thing, but... Self-repair. Did we exhaust it by it? No? Okay. Where did it go? Beam Cell. Rebound. Claw. Claw. Oh, dude. Okay. We got something going. Now, the Sweeping Beam has got a certain temptation as well, but I do think a hologram, particularly an upgraded one, will work in this situation. I hate that you guys hit for 23 on turn 1. I consider that downright rude, to be honest with you. Perhaps we should prioritize Echo Form self-repair, but I don't know, if I draw Echo Form on turn 1 and I got the energy, it's tough for me to say no to it. So we'll try to draw claws as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your help. Rebound, claw, cold snap. $17 damage. What would you do about that? I mean, a doubled up claw has a chance. I think we're going to get to enough block just through Glacier and Defend. So I will double our claw. He can't die. There's no way he dies. So he's going to heal up just a little bit, but that's fine. Your claws are getting so unbelievably strong as time goes on. Well, Scrape draws a Beam Cell for sure. Definitely did not need to double up on it. But it did get us Claw, so what am I complaining about? We could have hologrammed a Claw back into our hand, and if we had done that, he would probably be dead. But the thing is, like, he's dead, so... 58. I think I like our potions as they are right now. Admittedly, Streamline is also kind of tempting. I do think we need a block. I think we've taken a few too few blocks, and Charge Battery is one of the better ones. Alright, Snecko Eye. Obviously, I do wish maybe we got Echo Form for 0 on a future turn, but I can live with it as it is right now. It's a bit of a weird one. So we will Claw twice, which we should not have done. Well, I don't know, maybe it's fine. Then we'll Hologram. As much as I'd love to bring back a Claw, I think a Charge Battery guarantees us having enough blocks, so... And then Glacier for 0 is very strong. So... The most important thing, if we could muster it, take very little damage and then use self-repair. It's going to be a painful turn, but use self-repair for 2 times efficacy. That's like a must-do at this point if we get the opportunity. Okay, we're taking no damage. What comes next? Honestly, a Claw, sadly. I mean, we could be at 65 HP if we're able to play the self-repair for 2, which we were. Sweeping Beam drew garbage, but the Claws continue to get better and better. Again, I know you look at this and you go, it's bad, and you're not wrong, but so close. A doubled up Glacier is actually fine, even if it costs as much as it's supposed to cost. So, if we are able to get out of this with 65 HP, which seems seems like a potentiality. Yo, it's not enough block. There we go. We could upgrade or remove. We'd probably at our campfire, that is. We'd probably prefer to upgrade right now because we got what I would consider a very strong deck for right now. What would we remove? Like, we can't remove the curse. So hologram is probably your first choice to upgrade, just so you can. I mean, 5 block plus claw plus incrementing all of your claws for the future seems important. So we will do what we often do. Goodbye, Echo Form. We'll do what we often do and try to wait for self-repair. But now that I saw the energy balance by the end of that turn, not a good idea. All right, these guys are they're gonna start to pop a little bit. You know how we play. I mean, a Rebound Glacier is tempting without a doubt. I think we're gonna pop this. 18 damage, 11. Okay. We're gonna pop this as well. Well, do we need to? I have to think for a second. I think our win condition largely, thank you. We still have 4 energy, good lord. Largely hinges on getting these claws out there as soon as possible. So, you know, I would prefer not to take 26 damage on our second turn, given the opportunity, but it is what it is. Now we got a claw going here. That's 11 damage. We'll just keep sending it. Might seem like, you know, hey, why are you sending your claw out there instead of something a little bit more advantageous for you in the present moment? What's more advantageous than a claw? That's what I ask you. And a claw allows us to kill Angry Gremlin, get another claw back. All of a sudden, we're only taking 20 damage on the next turn. So who's laughing now? This is dangerous. We have a very, very great chance to draw Echo Form. We would really like to not draw Echo Form. Are there any claws in here? There is one. Ugh. I think we want to scrape and then have Echo Form get discarded, which thankfully exactly worked out. Okay, we really want to kill this guy next turn. Nothing is in our discard pile. I don't even want to talk about it because we could die here as a result of that. That's so frustrating because a single claw almost gets us there. It doesn't quite get us there. We're dead. Wow, dude. I don't do this very often. I'm putting another... because I'm mad. I thought we should have a great chance to win there. Give me 99 gold for a rare card. I'm going to take Core Surge early. No, I'm going to take Hyper Beam early. And then hope we get a Core Surge later. Hyper Beam seems better early on. And what we want, I mean, we've... It's 10 damage, 10 damage. Okay, we'll do it like this. What we want is something we've talked about many times in the past. We want we want Core Surge followed by Hyper Beam. Bad choice. We shouldn't... It's still damage. But we shouldn't be taking Ball Lightnings. Things that, you know, buff our ability to... hold on. Come on. Let's go. We shouldn't be taking things that buff our ability to make orbs. You know, it's not necessarily the kind of thing that you would describe as a bad choice, but is also highly unnecessary when this is the kind of deck we're trying to run. So I think I've added 2 useful cards. Now I would like to slow our roll a little bit. This is what we like. This is why I took Hyper Beam ahead of Core Surge. Is the ability to basically one-tap waves if things go right. But we really, really want that core surge in the future. Like, it could be worth a staggering amount to us. I think you still need a hologram, and the reason for that is very simple. If you get the hologram to come around to grab a hyper beam on, like, turn 2, you're killing enemies real quickly. So this is not what you want turn 1. But if we can get a hyper beam hologram, which I was going to say is not even an unlikely turn. Oh, but it puts it back in our hand. Of course it does. So what would we rather... I mean, there's no zero cost items, so yeah, we'd rather just smack them. And then hope to draw into it as soon as possible afterwards. The thing is, like, we're so likely to draw a hyper beam. We might as well play 2 skills here. And it worked, but it sucked. No core surge. Gaining focus and losing an orb slot. So here's what I'm thinking. It does compensate a little bit for the hyper beam. However, we would, in my opinion at least, we would need some extra relics to make it pop after the fact. So we don't see a core surge. Having not seen a core surge, I think we would look at our deck and be like, you know what? Pull one of these bad boys out of there. Rest up a little bit. I'll tell you, I hate seeing enemies that don't die to a hyper beam shot. Man, it really highlights how bad. Please draw dual cast. We can't kill you with zap, so we'll defend. Hologram, defend. I was gonna say, it really highlights how bad zap is, that it costs the same as a card that does 7 damage on top of its passive benefit. Rebound, also important. Rebound Hyper Beam, if you're willing to take damage, is gonna do some great work for you. Heal, max HP. We're gonna heal, yes, we're gonna heal. And that actually is great at giving us the ability. I totally screwed Ma Bank. It's great at giving us the ability to get through this a little bit faster, but right now I think you want Zap upgraded. Although with dual cast, you know, now that I think about it, maybe not our finest moment. $22 damage, huh? Well, weirdly enough, we don't want to rebound Hyper Beam because it's irrelevant. We don't want to play it on this turn regardless. So we are going to take damage. Certainly, again, you're seeing the idiocy of that earlier ball lightning play. Like, so okay, we do 7 damage, we summon an orb that does nothing. Incredible. Like a strong play, right? Basically, we win this fight if we play Hyper Beam 10 times. Might as well get it out there for potential dual casts, I guess. No, it's worth nothing. Haha. We're getting there. But we've built this deck in a very suboptimal way. But, you know, if we were smart, what we would do is, and maybe we are. We have a 13-card deck right now, which is really good. I think what we would do is start removing the cards that are worth nothing to us. And pain, it does pain me, admittedly. But you know what card does nothing for us? Zap. Despite the fact that I, you know, pretty heavily invested in it. Okay, so we did not draw a Hyper Beam, which means we are gonna take damage here. We're gonna take a decent amount of it, too. We still did not draw a Hyper Beam, which means we're gonna draw it next turn for certain. Incredible. Rebound, hologram, and then, I mean, bring back something that hurts him. Sadly, like a rebound. So we're going to split him next turn. We're also going to be debuffed to the extreme. I'm actually skeptical about our chances, and it's driving me insane here. Taking 5 damage. I can strike him. I can hyper beam him. We win with 3 HP. Alright, it's not looking very strong. All for one is not what we need on this deck. Machine learning, I mean, there's a temptation there, absolutely. But call me crazy. I'm skipping. No, I don't want to add cards. Transform all strikes and defends. No, thank you. White Beast statue. Not really what I would consider a must-have. When it comes to making a workable run. But, you know, here we are. I mean, Meteor Strike, dude. Check this out. So you Meteor Strike for 24. It also summons a lightning. Or it evokes a lightning. Then you get 2 extra energy back that way, regardless. We don't really... I mean, we're still taking a lot of damage, sadly, but... You don't really want to follow that up with a dual cast and waste the extra energy that you would otherwise get. We should make it through here without losing money, I think. Start there because you get extra energy back. And actually now it's just Hyper Beam, Hologram, Hyper Beam. Plasma is really good, I think, because as you lose focus, it remains strong. I don't think I can afford to lose maximum HP. This guy is not an enemy that we are built to handle very well. You have to take off his defense early. But you're supposed to have block against this guy. And that is not really where we're at. I hate seeing him heal off of our own HP as well, but, I mean, what do you expect, right? This... Oh, I thought there was a Hyper Beam down there. This is, like, really bad. This is aggressively bad. I think I've let myself get flustered, and you know the first step in mitigating that, making sure it doesn't happen again in the future, is recognizing it, I suppose. But this, as of right now, is not really looking... Please, a strike? Thank you. Is not really looking like a run that has a good chance of victory. Despite having only 13 cards. Turns out, maybe... That's not the be-all, end-all in every situation, and my predilection for trying to take literally every piece of feedback and treat them as if they're at the same caliber is burning me a little bit here. Or maybe it's just that Ascension at this level is, you know, really hard. That's another plausible explanation, I suppose. Why am I putting zaps out there? I mean, I guess you have a very good point. When they're evoked, they will deal something, but for now, I'm just like, we have to hologram something that costs 0, so we're presumably dead. We're still dead, but, you know, a case was made for an attempted success there. Just kill me. I don't deserve to play this game right now. We got around the cycle again. For now, please, tweet me your tips, send up smoke signals. Teach me what I'm missing here. If you enjoyed the episode, though, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya.